Hey guys, so we are back once again for another Stocks by Request where we feature, we talk about, we analyze the top stocks that you guys have requested via social media with one goal, one heart in mind, just to teach you, show you the right rudiments of technical analysis. Because as you all know, the heart and the goal of why I do videos like this is just to give you principles that are highly connected to technical analysis, my strategy on how I would analyze it so that you guys at the comforts of your home also start researching, analyzing it, and trying to do and build your own strategy. And that's what I always say, these are not stock tips. We're not here to help you get rich quick. We're here to help you build the right foundation where you get to learn on how you can trade the markets with confidence, because at the end of the day you have to find out what will work for you. Never buy a stock just because someone from YouTube is telling you to do it. You have to learn and do and build the right skills, because at the end of the day it's your skills that will make you money, not what everyone else is telling you. It has to come back to what you know, what you're comfortable in, and what will allow you to grow and build wealth over stretch. That's what matters the most. That's what is so important in this particular era. So for this stocks by request, I divided the video series into different batches. For this video, we're gonna talk about Jollibee, we're gonna talk about ABS-CBN, we're gonna talk about LPZ, and we're gonna talk about Manila Water. For the next batch, we're gonna talk about Dito. In the next video, we're gonna talk about Now, and I believe we're also going to talk about Chelsea and also Nickel Asia. So these are the top stocks that were requested via their Instagram DMs, the comments via Facebook, the comments that you're placing right below, and also the messages via the Patreon community and our YouTube community as well. If you want to be part of our Patreon community and our YouTube community, we have it in the description below. And if you want to know more about technicals and fundamentals, we also have playlists below that is aimed not to be able to help you. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Marvin Germo, and I create daily videos on investing and trading the markets. I'm a stock market trader, investor, and I have written 5 books about investing in the markets. And if you want more of this, like, share, subscribe, and that's what I always say, smash that bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing and the markets. Before I go with the charts, there's some news also with regards to Jollibee. Jollibee just opened its first store in Rome, which is very, very close to the Vatican. So for those, I know there's a lot of people from Italy who are watching this podcast. So for those who want to know where it is, it's in Ottaviano 81/83. It's around 8 minutes walk no from St. Peter's Square. I was able to go to the Vatican a couple of years back. So I don't know if you're gonna measure it from here, near St. Peter's Square. It's around 8 minutes now from that particular area. So I'll just try to reference along the address that I gave you, but it's somewhere around that area for those who would want to visit it and who want to go. And this is very interesting because them opening a store in Vatican in Rome. Please remember, we are in the midst of the pandemic, but Jollibee has strategically started to open new stores in areas where they believe, I think there's a large Filipino community. And if you've been to Italy also, there's a lot of Filipinos there, not as much as what you see in Saudi, Dubai, Qatar, not as big as that, but there's a very, very large community there as well. What's so interesting also was on the first day, they were able to sell thousands of Yum Burger and Jollibee spaghetti. But the highlight, of course, was they were able to sell 4,000 pieces of Chicken Joy. And please remember, this is part of their plan no, to open and make Jollibee a worldwide brand. They've opened a Jollibee in Liverpool, in the United Kingdom. They've also opened Jollibee in Texas just a few weeks back, and now they have this store opening in Milan. Jollibee has over 1,400 stores globally, just the Jollibee brand alone, and they plan to open 388 strategic locations this year. So before I go with the charts, I want to know your thoughts on this. Is this something that's good for Jollibee? Is this something that you think will do very, very well for them as they continue to make the brand known worldwide? So comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. But above and beyond that, let's proceed with the charts. So looking at Jollibee, this is how the chart is. I think I posted a video of Jollibee, I think just a few days prior to this. I posted it maybe 2 or 3 days ago. But that being said, nothing much has changed from the time I made that video. It's basically still moving sideways. It's still basically, if you look at it, the resistance is still at 145 level. And what's interesting though to note is it's starting to rest already. At least from a movement standpoint, it's starting to rest and build a support here as trying to be confirmed by the 20-day moving average. So let's see tomorrow, Thursday na, no, Thursday na, Thursday, and then up until Friday, if this 50-day moving average will confirm itself as a legit area of support. Because if it does, then there's a narrative that Jollibee will continue and push back to the 145 level, which, as I've said in the previous videos, here here, it evidenced itself from the past couple of weeks already that the 145 level is indeed an area where a lot of people are selling, a lot of people are also taking profits. But again, also, if the 137 level brought about by the 50-day moving average does not hold, our downside progression to the 130 level is still pretty much intact. So again, from this perspective, no, Jollibee is still moving in a consolidatory fashion. 145 as a resistance currently. Then you have another resistance at the 150 peso mark. Then your next support levels will be the 50-day moving average, which is encircled right here. And then you also have the 130 mark, then the 125 peso support level. So please write that down and please start reviewing this after the video. And I really do hope that malaking naambag nito, malaking natutulong nito sa inyo. And that's why we've been doing more and more videos also. And I appreciate it. No, I'm it's amazing that this channel will hit around 10,000 subscribers in the next few days. It's been growing relatively fast. Just under the context that we just started doing videos, stocks by request last August lang. So we are not even in the 2-month mark yet. But I've been seeing a lot of people appreciate just raw charts. And that's why I've been doing more about it. Now, let's talk about ABS-CBN. ABS-CBN has been in the news. Of course, they're in the news business, but from a stock market perspective, they have been in the news repeatedly over the past 2-3 days, mainly because of its deal with Zoe TV11, which they're rebranding it to A to Z, which they will show a lot of the entertainment related shows of ABS-CBN. Please remember, ABS-CBN right now would look like a content provider, meaning that they're building the media, building the content, and just renting space, block time from Zoe TV11. And as they start positioning and borrowing or at least paying rent for the block time, at least they now have a chance also to earn commercials again. And again, that's the bread and butter of how media companies make money. It will always be via the ads. Now, from a support and resistance level, from the time I started making videos on ABS-CBN a couple of days ago, nothing has changed. Our resistance is still at 14.35 and our support is still at 7.9 pesos per share. And that being said, looking at the movement that we had today, ABS-CBN's move right now is now with a very, very limited, would I say, upside from at least the closing price, which by the way hit ceiling today, to the next resistance, which is 14.35. But that here's the thing. If over the next few days also there's a strong enough buying that will cause it to break the 4.35 level, next possible resistance for ABS-CBN will be at the 16.4 level, then to the 18.17 level. So I repeat, breakout from the 14.35 level will position ABS for the next resistance at 16.4, followed by the next resistance at 18.7. Currently, also right now, the support is still at the 7.9 level. Nothing much has changed because, as you remember, we're only just 3 days out from the breakout of the 7.9 level. So currently, and for those who are studying breakouts, for those who read my books, and for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, this is a textbook breakout. Also, breakout from the 7.9 level, resistance is 14.35. Failure to break out from the 14.35 level, those who bought at the 7.9, this could be also a decent trade already for you guys. This is already a 83.4% upside type of trade. And here's the thing also, there's a chance that it may not hit it, but signs of it starting to reverse also could trigger a take profit signal if you are a person who's trading this from a support and resistance level and you are using breakouts. So highly connected also to ABS-CBN is LPZ. As you remember, this is one of the holding companies of the Lopez's. I was not able to talk about this over the past days because we had other stocks that were more requested. But if you look at its movement also, it's moving almost the same as how ABS-CBN is moving, with the only difference that it has broken past the 200-day moving average already, whereas ABS-CBN has not yet. So I just like to point this out. These are the resistance levels to look at for LPZ. And what's so interesting though for LPZ is intraday today, at least it closed. It tried to go above this 3.02 resistance level as evidenced by this large wick, no, but selling happened, just proving to us that this 3.02 level is a level of resistance that's worth noting and worth looking at. So, and current support right now is somewhere here, the 2.87 level. So what I want you guys to note and what I want you guys to write down is basically this. Current resistance is 3.02, current support is 2.87. Breakout from the 3.02 level will put your resistance at the 3.54. Failure to break out from the 3.02 level will bring LPZ to the next support at 2.87. So please write this down. 3.54 resistance, 3.02 resistance, 2.80 2.87 support. So again, failure to break out from the 3.02 level will bring the stock to 2.87. I repeat, failure to break out from the 3.02 level will bring the stock to 2.87. Breakout from 3.02 and we see it stay, hold, and solidify itself as a support level will give us a narrative that the next possible resistance will be 3.54 to as high as 3.67 for LPZ. So again, please remember LPC's movement is pretty much predicated or highly connected to whatever news is surrounding ABS-CBN. So I think the difference with ABS-CBN on the news that we're getting for them is at least somehow right now, they will get revenue. They will get more sales. Please remember at the time that they were closed, July, August, September, October, from where we are right now, they were the only revenue source that they had were their ads from their digital channels, wherever it may be. Could be their website. Uh, it could be their YouTube channels, etc. And also some of their, they of course they have Sky Cable, etc. But again, their bread and butter. I made a deep dive on ABS-CBN's revenue. It's still mainly from their free TV, from the ads that they command off of it. So there, that's where we are for LPZ. And lastly, I want to talk about Manila Water. Been getting a lot of messages from this from both our Patreon community and from Instagram itself. It's quite clear now for Manila Water that if you make this your resistance, Manila Water has not broken out from its resistance. Current resistances to look out for is 15.5 and 14.86. I just want to plot this also and draw an upward trend here. There's something quite interesting to note that the upward trend, I'll try to remove this first so mas kita nyo. Yan, was relatively broken today here. So I'd like to note this current signals that are showing you that there's more sellers coming out for Manila Water. And for those who have not attended yet our Stock Smart sessions or at least read any of the books that I've made, please remember, in the world of technical analysis, in the world of trading, more sellers bring the prices down. And what's so interesting about technicals is, di mo kailangan hulaan eh. You don't have to guess where it would possibly go. You just have to base everything from what the charts are telling you, because the chart discounts everything. Everything you need to know is found in the charts. And that's what's so interesting about it, because if you know how to analyze the charts, you can trade any market in the world. So signals that have shown that sellers are coming out is basically this. Number one, failure to break out from the 15.5 resistance. Number two, failure also to hold and stay above the 14.86. Then support, now resistance. Then number three, large red candle. Number four, if I'll draw another support line here, it's still holding this level, but it's very, very close to it as well. Number five, this large uptrend line. So couple of things could happen. Also, watch out if this continues to extend further away from this, because if it extends further away from this, then we may see more downward shifts and movements for Manila Water. So next support, though, if it breaks the upward trending line further, is 13.87. Then the next possible one to consider will be at around the 12.88 mark. So that's where we are for Manila Water. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that added value to you. So we talked about Jollibee, which is moving relatively sideways. ABS LPC, which is breaking out, continually breaking out from resistances, and is very, very close already to the next possible resistance, Manila Water, which failed to break out from the resistance and broke the upward trending line. So that's what's nice about technicals. If you notice it, this video is less than 20 minutes. May kasama ng news to, may kasama ng kwento, may kasama ng ibang particular items. But you can analyze a stock for less than a few minutes. And that's what I want to tell you, that you don't need to rely on other people. Eh. The greatest thing that I could ever give you is that I give you so much knowledge, information, wisdom, data that you get to analyze it on your own. That this channel is just a channel that will give you data, will help encourage you, will give you will give you a reference. But when I give you strength that you know how to do it on your own, I think it's a very, very powerful combination in the market. So that's it for now. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that has been insightful and has been giving you enough information and brought about by how this channel has grown so fast. I'm excited to see more and more people who are so interested about technical analysis. If you have not seen it yet, also, prior to this video, in my first channel, it came out around 8 p.m. kanina. We had a guest from Do Trade Asia who analyzed the property market, the property sector, and who talked about the risk rewards for each of the property stocks in the sector, what makes them good right now, what makes them cheap. So if you have not seen that yet, while waiting for the other video on technical analysis, you can go back to that. It's in my first channel, Marvin Germo. Came out at 8 p.m. If you want to wait for the next video, it's coming out probably an hour after this, where we're going to talk about our continued coverage on the telco saga, where we have Dito now and Chelsea included in that. Then we're going to have Nickel, which performed quite well today. So that's it for that. But if you have other requests, please feel free to put them in the comment section. And I don't know, sana makagawa pa rin ako ng US stocks, no? But yeah, if you have any US stocks that you guys want me to analyze also, please put them in the description below. So, or at least in the comment section. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope this is something that helped you and brought you closer to your dreams of financial freedom. So that's it for now. Hope you're watching the other channel, or hope you're smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm, or you're going to the next or waiting for the next video para hindi pa to babay. But like that's what I always say: trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.